Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial on IT.tutorials. I am Josef Botnar. In this video tutorial I'm going to talk about dynamic memory allocation for an array in C++. Dynamic memory allocations means that the memory will be allocated at runtime by C++ compiler. That means the C++ programmer has a big responsibility because he is the one who must create a declaration on which the C++ compiler will allocate dynamically memory. And at the same time, the programmer is the one who should free up the memory allocated dynamically by compiler. If you don't free up the memory occupied by these variables or arrays created used the dynamic memory allocation, your application will be stopped and compiler will display an exception error that your memory is run out, and this is called memory leak. Yeah, so you should be aware about the necessity of freeing up the memory using the dynamic memory allocation. In order to demonstrate how the dynamic memory allocation for an array works, I have created this application which will sum the elements of an array. So I declare these variables, these integer variables, using this type size underscore t. This variable size will hold size of the array. This variable sum will store the sum of the array elements, and this is a pointer with this name array underscore ptr, which has this value null, and sum variable was initialized by this value 0. Also I use this char variable answer because I use this do while loop, and the condition for while inside this parenthesis. Here I'm using this char variable answer, which will hold the answer given by user from the keyboard. Yeah, and the value held by this variable will be read, will be assigned by this stream in cin on this line, as you can see. If the user will type y, the application will continue to be executed. If the user type another character except y, the application will be stopped. Also, in order to convert the capital case to lowercase, I use this function to lower, and this function you can use it if you will put in on the top of your application this library cc type. Okay, so I've got here so this size variable size, as I told you, will hold the size of the array, and the value typed by user from the keyboard will be read by this stream input stream cin. Yeah, and if the size is equal with 0, you will receive this message. There is no point to continue this application if you type 0, because the array is going to have 0 elements, so we don't have anything to sum. Yeah, but if you type a number bigger than 0, this else if will be executed. And here I'm going to declare a array using the dynamic memory allocation. So I'm going to write the name of the pointer, array underscore ptr equal. To allocate a dynamically memory, you have to use this keyword new, and after the type of the array size t, which should be the same as the pointer. Yeah, like the pointer here, as you can see, size underscore t. Yeah, square brackets, and inside the square brackets the size of the array. So this is the kind of declaring an array which will have its memory allocated dynamically. Yeah. All right. So just for your knowledge, you should know the memory is organized in this way. So we've got the heap memory, yeah, and the stack memory as well. Okay, and actually either the variables or the arrays will be stored here in heap memory, yeah. So this array underscore ptr will be located here in the heap. We'll receive a memory space from this location of the memory called heap, yeah. And pointer, which is used to create this array, is located will living here inside this part of the memory called stack. And the pointer will refer the first address of the array. But what about if the user type, for example, 5 for the size? Yeah. So yeah, this array underscore ptr array, we receive 5 addresses of memory, yeah, and the pointer will refer to the first address of 5 addresses of this array, but the pointer can access the others of the 5 memories using a for loop or while loop, yeah. Okay, so this is the way how these objects are placed inside the memory, yeah. And here is the problem with the heap memory, yeah, because this is limited, yeah. If you don't free up this memory from arrays or variables which has memory allocated dynamically, this will occupy all this memory, and the memory will run out, and the pointer will lose the address of the array, and this will make your application to be stopped, and the memory will be leaked. Okay, in order to demonstrate this, I'm going to create a while loop, and I'm going to put here inside the parentheses true, and this will make this while to be indefinite, yeah. So it's a while loop which will not stop, will be indefinite, yeah, because we always have here true. And let's see what is going to happen. I'm going to type here 5, and let's waiting to see what is going to happen. Here you go. So as you can see, I receive this exception, yeah, and here is the message, yeah. So there was not anymore enough memory to allocate to this array, yeah. This is called memory leak. So that's why you have to free the memory after you created an array or a variable using the dynamic memory allocation. And how you do this? You go here to the end of your application and use this keyword delete. So this is the declaration of freeing up the memory, yeah. Delete square brackets and the name of the array, yeah. And then this way your memory will be free up. And here also good practice is to reset using this null ptr, to assign this null ptr to this pointer, yeah. So let's give a meaning to this application. To do so, I'm gonna to use this for loop. Also, before I want to show you how the pointer will store the first address of the array, yeah. Alright, let's stop the execution of this application, Yeah. Let's type here 5, enter, and as you can see I received the hexadecimal number. Yeah, so actually this is the first memory of 5, because the size of the array is 5. Yeah. Alright, so in this way this pointer will point to an array. Yeah. Okay, let's comment this out. To give a meaning to this application, I'm going to use this for loop. Yeah, and I'm going to declare here an I variable assigned by 0, and here this variable will be less or equal with size minus 1, and this one I plus plus is a increment operator. Yeah, and here I'm going to use this cout stream, this text number, square brackets, again this variable I, again square brackets, and equal sign. Yeah, semicolon, and here I'm going to use the stream in, cin, which will read from the keyboard the numbers typed by user, the name of the array ptr, and inside the square brackets this I variable. Yeah, so actually these statements using this for loop will display this number text with inside the square brackets the value of this variable, and you will type the values, and this cin stream will read the value, the numbers typed by you from the keyboard. I'm going to use again this for loop in order to print out the result in console. Yeah, and I'm going to write here this variable sum, this operator plus equal, and the name of the array, square brackets, and the I variable. Here I'm going to use another test. Actually it's the same one, just it is another way to use it. Yeah. Alright, and here I'm going to use again std cout, the total is colon space and sum variable. Alright, enter, and again std cout to make the cursor to go to another line. Alright, let's do a check, a quick check. Okay, let's release this application. Let's type 0, enter. As you can see, you will receive this message. You have to enter a number bigger than 0. Do you want to continue? I type y, enter. Again, the app asks me about numbers of the arrays. So I type 5, and I'm going to type 4, 5, any numbers, 2, 6, 7, enter. That the total is 24. Do you want to continue? You can type y, yeah, and let's write 3, like 3, 3, 3. Oh, so we received 33 and not 9. It should be 9 here. Actually, these all these elements were summed, so 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9, and was added to 24. There is actually 33, but I don't want this. Yeah? So that means I have to come here, and I have to reset this variable sum with 0. Yeah, and let's see now. 5, and now I'm going to write the numbers. 25. Why? I want to continue the numbers. Let's write 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, now it's working properly, yeah, because I want each array with its sum, yeah, so this arrays, the sum of its elements is 25, another, the sum is 9, okay. Now I type n and the application will be stopped, yeah. So that was my tutorial regard to dynamic memory allocation for an array. Thank you for watching this video tutorial. See you next time.